Do you often find yourself worrying about the future? It's an all too common habit, isn't it? We get caught up in the whirlwind of possibilities, the unknown, the what-ifs. But what if we told you there's a way to ease those worries? A way to navigate through life's uncertainties with a little more calm and a lot less stress? This video is all about that journey. We'll be sharing with you 5 tips to help you stop worrying about the future. These are practical, tried and tested strategies that can help you shift your focus from what might happen to what's happening right now. From mindfulness practices to setting realistic goals, limiting exposure to news and social media, to simple acceptance and letting go, we'll cover it all. So let's delve into these 5 tips that can help you live more in the present. Our first tip is to practice mindfulness. Now, what does that mean? Mindfulness is the practice of focusing your attention on the present moment. It's about experiencing life as it unfolds, without letting your mind wander off into the future or the past. There's a beauty in embracing the now. This state of awareness can be cultivated through simple techniques such as deep breathing exercises or meditation. By focusing on your breath, you anchor your mind to the present, preventing it from straying into future uncertainties. The benefits? It helps reduce anxiety and worry, fostering a sense of calm and peace. So next time you find yourself spiraling into a worry about the future, pause, take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs and then slowly leaving your body. Let this physical sensation ground you in the present moment. Remember, by bringing your attention to the present moment, you can alleviate your worries about the future. The second tip is to set realistic goals. Now, this might seem like common sense, but it's actually quite profound. Setting achievable goals is about focusing on the present and what you can do now. It's about taking control of your life in a positive and productive way. Instead of worrying about the grand, uncertain future, let's break down those larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. For instance, if you're worried about a big project at work, divide it into tasks and tackle them one at a time. Or if you're anxious about a long-term goal like losing weight or saving money, set smaller weekly or monthly goals. And remember, as you make progress, celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Each step forward is a win and a reason to be proud. When you focus on achievable goals, you can reduce anxiety and feel more in control of your life. Our third tip is to limit news and social media consumption. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with news and information, much of which can be anxiety-inducing. These constant updates about global issues, political unrest, or even our friends' seemingly perfect lives on social media can fuel our worries about the future. While staying informed is important, it's equally crucial to recognize when enough is enough. Try setting boundaries for yourself, like designating specific times of the day for news or social media and sticking to them. It can also be helpful to unfollow or mute accounts that trigger worry or feelings of inadequacy. Remember, it's okay to put your mental health first, and it's perfectly acceptable to disconnect from the digital world to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. By limiting exposure to negativity, you can reduce unnecessary worry about the future. The fourth tip is to practice acceptance and letting go. Acceptance can be a powerful tool in managing worry about the future. It's about understanding that uncertainty is a natural part of life and that we cannot control every outcome. This doesn't mean we ignore or dismiss our concerns, but rather we acknowledge them without letting them consume us. Now, how do we practice letting go? One way is through mindfulness, which we discussed earlier. Another method is through self-reflection, perhaps by journaling or talking things out with a trusted friend. This can help us identify patterns of worry and work towards changing our response to them. Finally, embrace the present moment. Practice being open and curious about your current situation, rather than focusing on what could happen in the future. This shift in perspective can help reduce anxiety and bring a sense of calm. Remember, accepting what you cannot control can help you let go of worries about the future. Our final tip is to engage in activities you enjoy. One of the most effective ways to shift your focus from future worries is by immersing yourself in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's painting, gardening, hiking in nature, or spending time with loved ones, these activities have a way of grounding us in the present moment and creating a sense of peace and contentment. The beauty of this approach is that it's completely personal. You define what activities bring you joy and make time for them in your daily life. Perhaps you could start your day with a brisk walk in the park, or end it with a good book. Maybe it's cooking a new recipe or learning a new instrument. The goal here is to create a space in your day for activities that ignite your passion and make you lose track of time. By focusing on activities you love, you can reduce worries about the future and enhance your well-being. So, those were our 5 tips on how to stop worrying about the future. We started with the power of mindfulness, a simple yet potent tool that calls you back to the present moment, helping you find calm amidst the chaos. Next, we discussed setting realistic goals, a strategy that turns your focus from the uncertain future to the actionable present. We also touched on the need to limit news and social media consumption, recognizing how these platforms can fuel our worries about the future. Acceptance and letting go came up next, reminding us to embrace the uncertainty of life and let go of our need for control. Finally, we encouraged you to engage in activities you enjoy, to find joy and fulfillment in the present, shifting your focus from worries about the future. We hope these tips help you navigate life with greater peace and less worry. Remember, the future is not in your hands, but the present is. Focus on it, and the rest will follow.